Hello, everybody. So good afternoon.
Hello.
Happy to see you again. So I think today is the seventh or sixth lesson of Lamrim.
I think Yashida is 8.
Eight, okay.
Yes, rejoice.
Thank you so much. I really rejoice all of you to continuously attend the Lamrim class. Attending is very good. Also, I really hope, you get little bit the better understanding of Lamrim, better understanding of Dharma. Also, I hope, through our class, you got some, I think, insight about Dharma. Every time I said, understanding of Dharma, practicing Dharma is a big difference. It is very easy to have, better understanding of Dharma through reading books, watching YouTube about Dharma, listening audio from different language. So you can have a good understanding of Dharma. Once you have a good understanding, a good knowledge about Dharma, please, don't neglect the practice of Dharma. If you don't want to practice Dharma, then there's no point to attend the Dharma class, and also there's no point to study Dharma. Mainly we study, practice Dharma only for practicing. When we practice about, for example, compassion, first we have the idea, the meaning of compassion. When we have idea and the knowledge, we must apply as much as we can. After applying the compassion in your daily basis, then slowly you will have really deep understanding of compassion. You have the actual experience of the compassion. Once you have a deep understanding of compassion, then automatically the anger, hatred going to reduce. Finally, all the negative, particularly anger and hatred, we can eliminate within our mind. The same way, each of the negative thoughts has a antidotes. When you apply the antidotes in our daily life, within few months, within few years, you will feel, I have a less negative thoughts. I am more happy about my life. I am very content with the little things. This is the good, sign of or indication of your practicing Dharma. Therefore, whatever you learn from books, from masters, from audio, from YouTube, please practice as much as you can. At the end of this life, when we go next life, when we leave this world, we must have something we can bring with us. Only we can bring the practice of Dharma and the karmas. Otherwise, we know we cannot bring any our belongings. We cannot go with any of our brother and sisters or relatives, your best friend. Nobody can go with you in our life. So we have seen someone we have seen last year, this year no more. Someone we have seen last month, they are no more this month. Someone we have seen today, they may be no more tomorrow. Because everybody have to go through the death. So when we go to next life, please, we must have something we can bring, which is the karmas. The most important we can bring with us or practice of dharma. So today we don't have a chanting and recitation. As usual, please everybody meditate on, concentrate on your breath. So one side 3 times in and out, other side 3 times. Then bring one side, relieve other side, bring in other side, relieve other side, and together 3 times, totally 12 times. So then everybody cultivate a strong mind, which is wish to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings. Which is bodhicitta. So here, please everybody remember the 7 steps of how to cultivate bodhicitta. First, remember kindness of your dear mother. Since she became pregnant until now. So she had been taking care all her life. Without her loving compassion, we could not be survive. Therefore, our dear mother is so important, so kind, very loving, very compassionate. She protects us. She provides happiness. She protects us from different kinds of sufferings, different kinds of illness, different kinds of problems. All sentient beings also very kind, very loving, very caring as our mother for us for many lifetimes. Therefore, please recognize, accept all sentient beings are like our mother. Remember the kindness of all sentient beings based on remember the kindness of our dear mother in this lifetime. And wish to repay their kindness as much as we can. And accept all sentient beings as our dear friends, dear parents. Cultivate pure love towards all sentient beings. The love must be unbiased love. In order to have unbiased love, we need to eliminate or we need to reduce the desire or attachment towards our friends, the hatred, the anger towards our enemy or the person whom we don't like. Therefore, we need to practice, we need to meditate on equanimity or impartiality. First, you visualize the person, neither your friend nor your enemy. Cultivate equanimity. When the indifferent person receives good things, we don't have sense of happy. When the indifferent person has a problem, we don't have a sense of compassion. We don't have a sense of hatred. We don't have a sense of attachment towards the neutral person. Second, we take our dear friends as an object of meditation and cultivate the impartiality mind or equanimity towards our friends, our relatives. When we remember our friends or relatives, something good happened, we have a sense of attachment, we have a sense of happiness. Some bad thing happened, we have a sense of unhappiness, we have a sense of hatred, we have a sense of anger. Because we have an unbiased, we have a biased love. When you fully have an equanimity, impartiality mind between the neutral person and our relatives, then third step, we must have a same feeling towards our enemy. So how we can see equally the neutral person, the relatives, the enemy. There's a two steps. From their point of view, from the neutral person, from the view of the enemies, from the view of our friends, all of them equally want happiness, they don't want sufferings. Then there's no point to discriminate between our friends and enemy. They are also want happiness, don't want sufferings. Second, from our point of view, we will look at these three group of sentient beings or three group of people. The neutral people, the friends, the enemy. When we look at from our point of view, all of them equally used to be our dear mother. If we consider someone is our enemy, he or she also used to be our mother. Therefore, we must have an equal love towards all sentient beings. And the first steps, then you can change the object of meditation, take all sentient beings as an object of meditation. So when we have an equal sense of love for all sentient beings, the second, when the sentient being has a sufferings, then we wish he or she wish free from sufferings. That means we can cultivate compassion based on cultivation love. So here you must remember, just wishing to be happy, free from suffering is not enough. We individually must take on the responsibility to free from them suffering, provide happiness to them. So that means you must think, I wish all sentient beings be happy. I will take the responsibility for them happy. I wish all sentient beings free from suffering. I will take the responsibility, free them from suffering. This is altruism. Then last, we wish all sentient beings, I wish to be Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. So this one we study in the last Saturday. So we will go a little bit precisely. Then equanimity or impartiality, there are three kinds of. Number one, equanimity with respect to application. That means when we have a pleasant feeling, then we have an attachment. When we have an unpleasant feeling, then we have a sense of hatred. Therefore, someone doesn't want this kind of pleasant, unpleasant. They always try to have the neutral feeling. That's what we call equanimity with respect to application. Second is the feeling of impartiality. Nor happiness, nor suffering, equanimity. The third one, immeasurable impartialities. In order to cultivate love, we need the last one, which is immeasurable impartiality. So it has two kinds. One, wish all sentient being, free from attachment. Wish all sentient being free from hatred, free from anger. That means you're looking equally all sentient being, equally wish to free from attachment, free from aversion. This also one concept, impartiality. It is not we are talking about here. We are talking about from your side, from our side. When we look at our friends, our relatives, we have an attachment. When we look at our enemy, we have an aversion, we have an anger, we have a hatred. So we must reduce attachment towards our friends and anger towards our enemy. So here we are talking about the last one. Then there's two steps how we can reduce the attachment towards our friends, hatred or aversion towards our enemies. That means from their point of view, from our point of view. So how we can cultivate love? What does mean love, the meaning of love? Here, page number 38, from the second paragraph, cultivating a recognition that all living beings are your mothers. This is the reason because cyclic existence is beginningless. Your birth are also without beginning. Therefore, you have died and been reborn times and times and again. There is absolutely no kind of body which is you have not against. Here, two reasons is very important. There's no beginning point. So in order to have a conviction about no beginningless, you really need to, think honestly. Because many religions, like Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, they believe in God, Bhagwan, Allah. They really believe everything began from the God. Everything created by God. We Buddhists, we cannot accept the concept of God, the concept of Allah. It doesn't mean we Buddhists, criticize their religion. No. from philosophy point of view, we are not really comfortable to believe in God, believe in Creator, because we believe in cause and condition, law of causality. For example, when we need a light, when we need a, like the place is very dark, we need a illuminate. In order to illuminate the darkness place, we need a light, we need a fire, or we need a torch, we need something. Then, in order to eliminate the darkness, it depends on cause. So, let's say we have a physical body, we have a mind. Our physical body came from our parents. Not only we have a body, we have a feeling, we have a minds, we have a compassion, we have anger, we have attachment, anger and attachment. All the non-physical things, minds, those are not come from our parents. They have come from our previous life. Therefore, one reason we believe in previous life, because the physical thing cannot transform into consciousness. The consciousness also cannot transform into physical things. Therefore, this mind must come from yesterday minds. Yesterday minds must come from the last year minds. The last year minds come from the previous life. If we take this way, then finally we can think there's no really beginning point. We can say everything began from this point. There's no beginning points. Therefore, we have a past life. How many past life we had? There's countless. Therefore, all sentient beings used to be our dear mother. This is the logic, because it's mentioned here. Because cyclic existence is beginningless, your births and also without beginnings. Therefore, there's a reason to need to cultivate love towards all sentient beings. Then you just jump all the way to the second, number 2, cultivating a remembrance of kindness. Buddha said that after you have recognized that all living beings are your mother, you will quickly remember their kindness. If at first you cultivate remembrance of your mother's kindness in this lifetime, do so according to with this presentation as follows. Because first you remember your mother, then you must remember your mother's kindness in this lifetime. Then when you remember your mother and her kindness in this lifetime, then you just think all sentient beings are same as my mother in this lifetime. So then there's a lot of quotations, so you need to, it's okay to skip. So here most important, you must the steps, all the steps, you please follow step by step. So we have a Lamrim class, therefore at the beginning, please, try to understand as much as you can all sentient beings as your dear mother. If you're really able to understand, if you're really able to accept all sentient beings as your dear mother, then second, automatically remember their kindness. If you just remember their kindness, don't want to repay their kindness, that means you are not good person. In generally, somebody is very kind to you, certainly you always think how I can repay their kindness. Same thing, when you remember their kindness, then automatically you wish to repay their kindness. Therefore, whenever you see someone in problems, someone has a lot of difficulties, if you could, please, try to give something to them. If you cannot, if you are not capable to give something, but mentally, you just, wish to give something, you imagine you have something, in the imaginable, you give something, that means repay their kindness. So this is very important. Second, among the 7 cause and effect, if you have the better, good understanding of the first 3 steps, then for you, very easy to cultivate love. So we must study how we can generate love. What does mean love? So please everybody turn page number 43. 43. At the last paragraph, first cultivate love towards friends. Then cultivate love for person towards whom you have neutral feeling. Next, cultivate love towards your enemy. Then cultivate it gradually towards all beings. Here, please remember, when we try to practice the equanimity, the impartiality, we beginning with the neutral person, then friends, then enemy, then all sentient beings. For us, we think we have a impartiality mind towards all sentient beings. But if you look individually, we don't have. Also, we think I have a compassion towards all sentient beings. Also, when you look at individually, when you look at particularly your enemy, we don't have a compassion towards the enemy. Also, we think we have a love toward all sentient beings. Again, when you look at individually one by one, we don't have. Therefore, we must start from the basics, from the foundation point. Therefore, equanimity. First, you take object as an object of meditation, the neutral person. Second, when you have equanimity, impartiality between the neutral people, the second you change the object and take the friends as an object of meditation. When you have a same equal feeling between your friends and the neutral people, neutral person, then third, you take the enemy as an object of meditation and cultivate the equanimity, cultivate the impartiality. So when you look at your enemies, definitely you feel angry. You never feel compassion. So in order to reduce the anger and attachment, hatred, then you just take the enemy as an object of meditation and cultivate, equal feeling between enemy and your friends and neutral people. When you have an equal feeling between these 3 groups, neutral people, friends, enemy. Then fourth, number fourth, then you must have an equal feeling towards all sentient beings. So when you have a equanimity, the equal feeling between the four people, four groups, first, the neutral people, second, your friends, third, enemy, fourth, all sentient being, then the second time, when you cultivate love, the love automatically become unbiased, unconditioned love. So second, when you cultivate love, first, you must cultivate the pure, the genuine love towards your friends or your dear one. Also, we think, I have a pure love towards my mother or my relatives, my brother, sister, or my friends. Actually, those are not pure love. Those love, we can say, contaminated, polluted love. So here I will ask a question, you answer in your mind. Why you have a love towards your friend, your best friend? Why? You can say, yes, he is very nice to me, always nice to me. Or he or she always support me. He or she always, help me. We are good friends. I have a sense of love. Now you can see it's a very condition, also is a contaminated with the attachment. Therefore, love means, wish the person be happy, have a cause of happiness without attachment. Here, how we know the differences between the pure and impure love. Actually, the pure love, the person become more ugly, the person become more aggressive. At the same time, if you lost the love, this means the love is not pure, it is very impure. The person become more ugly, the person become more aggressive. If your life still going more increasing, this means we know the love is very pure. The love is very, very unconditional love. So, second, you need to cultivate love. First, you meditate, you visualize your friends, cultivate unconditioned or pure love. When you have a really pure love towards your friends, then you change the object of meditation, take the neutral person as a meditation object, and cultivate pure love. Also, you note, my friends, I wish the neutral people, the neutral person also be happy, have a cause of happiness, be happy, cause of happiness. When you have a same love, same degree of love between your friends and the neutral people, then third, you change the object of meditation, take the enemy as an object of meditation, and cultivate love. At the beginning, yes, not easy, but if you continuously cultivate love toward enemy, slowly, you can have pure love towards your enemy. Somehow, after a few months or few days, when you have a pure love towards enemy as your friends, then the number four, you cultivate love towards all sentient beings. And compassion also, the same steps. Same steps. Right now, so why we have so many problems between, friends and people, groups, or why we have so many problems? Because we are not able to look at all people are equal. You are not able to accept all people are as your mother. Therefore, please, establish a very strong foundation. The first step, recognize. Every time remember all sentient beings are as your dear mother. Always remember. Second, remember their kindness. Third, seriously wish to repay their kindness. Their kindness. Therefore, many of you do a lot of social work. Also, many of you always make a donation, make a contribution towards, different society, different NGO, different people. Also, you think this is part of my, practice of repair kindness. Also, when you see somebody in suffering, somebody has a problem, somebody are very sick, secretly, hiddenly, you do some recitation, do some chanting. Also think this is part of my repay their kindness. So there's so many different ways you can repay their kindness. So when someone coming towards you, there's a door. When you just open the door and let them come, let them go. Also you should think this is part of my practice, which is repay their kindness. So when you have this kind of mentality, then for you able to accept all sentient beings as your friends, then you really purely love all sentient beings. Then you have a pure love, then you have pure compassion. Then finally you're able to take the responsibility. Finally you will think, I will take the responsibility to free all sentient beings from suffering. I will provide all the happiness to all sentient beings. Therefore, you should not really neglect, the first step and try to practice second. Neglect the second step, try to practice third and fourth and fifth and sixth. Please, practice step by step. If you really practice these 7 cause and effects step by step, within 1 year, everybody can be Bodhisattva. I'm not really joking. Yes, we can. You can be Bodhisattva. Until now, we listen the teaching for maybe like few hours. We don't practice. Or we practice only like 10, 20 minutes. The rest of the day, we become very wild. Rest of the day, we totally forget the practice of compassion, practice of love, practice of bodhicitta, practice of renunciation, practice of impermanence. Therefore, at the beginning, I told you, the dharma, the practice of dharma, you always mix with your every moment. Every moment. You can apply the dharma every moment. Then you can, able to practice bodhicitta, able to be bodhisattva. So, here we can learn 3 important. What does mean impartiality? How to practice? What does mean love? How to practice? What does mean compassion? Great compassion, how to practice? Page number 44, the cultivation of compassion. In order to understand the cultivation of compassion, you must know the following topics. The object of compassion is living beings who experience misery through any of the 3 kinds of sufferings. That means, what's the object of compassion? Please answer. Living beings, not only living beings, the living being who experience misery through any of the 3 kinds of sufferings. suffering of suffering, suffering of change, pervasive sufferings. This is the object. Second, what the subjective aspect are thinking. How nice it would be if living beings were free from suffering. May they be free from suffering, and I will cause them to be free from sufferings. There's a three parts. How nice it would be if living beings were free from suffering. Number one. Number two, may they be free from sufferings. Number three, I will cause them to be free from sufferings. The step of cultivating compassion, first to cultivate it towards friends, then towards those beings for whom you have neutral feeling, next towards enemy. When you have an equal compassion for your enemies and friends, then cultivate it gradually towards all living beings in the 10 directions. Clear? I hope you are very clear about how to cultivate equanimity, how to cultivate love, how to cultivate compassion, what's the object of compassion, how we practice compassion. So next, Kamalashilas, following the discourse of knowledge, is very important. Set out this way of gradually cultivating impartiality, love, and compassion while distinguishing specific object of meditation. It is an extremely important point. Look at, if you turn in this attitude of impartiality, love, and compassion without distinguishing the taking a specific object of meditation, but only using a general object from the outside, you will just seem to generate this altitude. Then when you try to apply them to specific individually, you will not able to generate the altitude towards anyone, right? Therefore, what until now, most of us, what we have been doing, when somebody says, please cultivate compassion, suddenly we just imagine all sentient being and wish all sentient being be happy, wish all sentient being free from suffering. So we just thinking generally. Then we thought, yes, I able to cultivate compassion. I able to cultivate love, all sentient beings. But if you look at one by one, then you can notice, oh, I don't have a compassion towards Mr. A, Mrs. B, Mr. C, Mrs. A. If you look at one by one, then you will notice I don't have a compassion towards anybody. Because at the beginning, we just took all sentient being as an object of compassion, and we think we cultivate compassion toward all sentient being. Is wrong. Therefore, we have to start from the, little point and extend bit by bit, bit by bit. Finally, then you can have a compassion or love for all sentient being. Therefore, these steps are very important. Okay, because it is said by Kamalashila. But once you have a transformative experience towards an individual in your meditation practice, as explained previously, you may then gradually increase the number of individuals you visualize within your meditation. Finally, take all beings as a general as your object of meditation. When you sustain this practice in meditation, you will generate these attitudes correctly, whether you are dealing with individual or a group. Right? Therefore, for example, because many of you, live with a family, you think, I have a, love or compassion for my family, everybody, my family. So when you look at, one by one, then you notice, I really don't have a pure love and compassion towards all of my family. Because first you generally, take everybody as an object of meditation, you cultivate love and compassion. When you look at one by one, then you will notice you don't have a compassion towards everybody. Therefore, you must reverse, right? Okay, it's almost 4. Next, we study how to cultivate the altruism. Page number 47. At the conclusion of meditation on love and compassion, think, Alice, these dear living beings for whom I feel affection are deprived of happiness and tormented by suffering. How I can provide them happiness and free them from suffering. Thinking in this way, turn your mind in at least these thoughts in order to taking on the responsibility to liberate living beings. Even though this thought was described in the context of practice of repaying your mother kindness, here it is indicate that it is insufficient to have the compassion and love which merely think how nice it would be if they had happiness and were free from suffering. From the thought that assume responsibility shows that you must develop the compassion and love, which have the power to induce the result. So I will provide happiness and benefit to all living beings. It is very effective if you practice this continuously, being mindfulness of it in all of your physical activity during the period of pause meditation, as soon as not just during the meditation session. So therefore, after you have a pure love and compassion, then you will take the responsibility and you do, a lot of meditation about love and compassion, about the altruism. Here another important, during the meditation, we feel I have a really love and compassion to all sentient beings. After you arouse from meditation, after meditation, you need to eat food, you need to go somewhere, you need to do so many things. And that moment, many of us totally, forget what we practice, what we meditate. So it looks like, in the morning, so you meditate on compassion for 20 minutes, for 1 hour. After you meditate on compassion, then when you go outside, when you go to your workplace, when you go to see your friends or family, whoever, so the influence of compassion always there. The influence of love is always there. That means, you heat a food on the stove. That time the food is very hot. Still, when you bring the food, with you somewhere, you still feel the heat is still there. Therefore, we should not think that practice of dharma is only must do during the meditation. No, it is also absolutely wrong. So whatever we practice during the meditation, we must carry continuously all day. Whether you practice compassion, love, emptiness, impermanence, always bring the thoughts together with you, whatever you do. If you have this kind of continuum practice, morning until you sleep, before you sleep also you recultivate the love and compassion and have a good sleeping. You can sleep within the love and compassion. Then the influence, the force of compassion, love you can remain within your sleeping time. Then here very important, if you're able to sleep, able to sleep, what you can call able to sleep within the cultivation of love and compassion, then you have a good sleeping. Also within the sleeping time, you will have a nice dreaming. So when you wake up, you wake up with a sense of pleasant feeling. You're able to wake up with sense of happy feeling. Then next morning again you recultivate the compassion, love, whatever, continues until evening. Therefore, he has said, Kamalashila said, we should not, forget the practice during the not meditating timing. Next, we can study a little bit page number 48. First, second, third, the fourth paragraph B. Training the mind to be intent on enlightenment. Once you have been inspired by affirmation process and have seen that you need enlightenment for the sake of other welfare, you develop the wish to attain it. However, this is not enough. First, increase your faith as much as possible by contemplating the good quality of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind, and enlightened activities. As previously explained in the section on the going for refuge. Then, as it is taught that the faith is the best of portion, develop the desire to attain those good qualities from the depth of your heart and induce the certainty that is absolutely necessary to attain omniscience, even for your own welfare. Okay, look at now here, after you fully able to cultivate the altruism, the number 6, then you wish to achieve Buddhahood, right? Wish to achieve Buddhahood. So before you really wish to achieve Buddhahood, you really need to know the qualities of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind. For example, before you buy a diamond, you must know the quality, the value of diamond. If you have a good knowledge, if you really know that diamond is very rare, is a valuable object, is very important, then you wish to buy it. If you don't have the knowledge, if you don't know the meaning or the quality of diamond, and you wish to buy a diamond, for you no differences between buying diamond and buying crystal. So before we wish to achieve Buddhahood, wish to become a Buddha, we need to know the quality of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind. So here, what is the quality of the Buddha body? Here, I think everybody can read The Precious Garland by Nagarjuna. It's I think, few pages. What are the important causes, conditions to achieve Buddha body? then speech, then mind. Within the body, speech, and mind, we must think the quality of the mind, Buddha's mind, particularly the omniscience and compassion. Otherwise, the verbally, you say, I wish to be Buddha. Also, you think, I wish to be Buddha, but you really don't know the quality of the Buddha body and speech and mind, then the wishing is not that become important. Therefore, what Lama Tsongkhapa said, people really wish to be Buddha, wish to achieve Buddhahood, you must know the qualities, particularly quality of the speech and mind. Then, after you fully cultivate altruism, then you can see, after I become a Buddha, then I will benefit all sentient beings because I have an omniscience. When you have omniscience, you know that each of the sentient being, the mentality, the mental disposition. Then you can teach, you can teach them how to free from suffering, how to achieve happiness, how to eliminate negative thoughts, how to cultivate great compassion. If you don't have an omniscience, we don't know how we can teach, how we can, guide them. Because somebody come to see you because the person has a problem, then you really don't know what kind of advice you can give to the person because you don't have omniscience. Therefore, within the qualities, the quality of the omniscience is very important. Very important. Then quality of the speech. So therefore, before we wish to become a Buddha, and you must know the quality of the Buddha body, speech, and mind. Therefore, as a homework, everybody can read the volume 1 about the taking refuge. Taking refuge to Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. Related to the Buddha body, speech, and mind, because I think everybody has a small altar. I know somebody has a shrine or a little temple. You must know how to set up things on the altar. Among the Buddha, like a representative of the Buddha body, which is the statue. The representative of the Buddha speech is the Dharma books. The representative of the Buddha, like a mind, is the particular another stupa. So if you have a Dharma books, also Buddha statue, also particular stupa, first you put on the highest you can put the representative of the Buddha mind, which is particularly a stupa. Then below the stupa, then you can put the religious books. Then the Buddha statue below the teachings or below the Dharma books. This must be both body, speech, and mind. If you don't have like steps, then you can put the Buddha statue in the center, representative of the Buddha. On the right side, you can put all the Dharma books. On the left side, you can put the stupa. So within the Dharma books, some Dharma books can be, translated from Sanskrit, which is actual Buddha teaching. For example, Hasudara. This first put when you actual the Buddha teaching. The second you put all the commented by Indian master. Then next you can put the books which is commented by Tibetan master, Chinese master, whoever. That means first the actual sutara, then Indian master text, then rest of the text. This is how you do set up. Also, I think after the His Holiness teaching, many of you have been reading the Precious Garland. The Precious Garland is a very important text because it's a very short kind of textbook, but it includes everything. Include the practice of 10 virtues, the 16 virtues, and second, explain how to achieve the liberation, then explain selflessness, emptiness, then also explain how to cultivate bodhicitta, how to accumulate merit, and also explain very clearly how we respect to the Buddha statue, stupa, teachings. He mentioned, if you could, you must have a beautiful Buddha statue or painting, photo, and you set up beautiful offering towards the statue and stupa. Here, I think as a Buddhist, I'm not criticizing some of you, but look at, I visit some of your house. I saw a very simple Buddha statue, which is nice. Around the Buddha statue, you set a very simple offering. When you look at, when you look at you, I think many of you wearing expensive like diamond, wearing golden, like a what called bracelet, golden earring, the golden change. Nobody really offer, the importance, the rare things to the Buddha statue. Also, Nagarjuna mentioned very clearly at the Precious Garland, what should we offer to the Buddha statue? So therefore, I think if you have a small altar, you must know how to set up all the holy object. Also, you must know how to set up all the offerings. Because today, we have another 20 minutes. For the 20 minutes, I will explain for the beginner. Because we have many attenders who are totally, beginner in Dharma. So I will explain within one day how you must practice Dharma. Because as a beginner, it's so important to give, the right guidance. So within one day, when you wake up early morning, when you wake up, you must realize, I'm still alive. I'm very lucky to able to wake up today. First you realize you're still alive, you're still breathing, you can see, you can hear, you woke up. When you woke up, first you should think, I'm so lucky to able to wake up today, I'm so lucky to able to see things today. So today, I won't waste my timings, I won't waste my energy, all my timing, energy, effort, I put into good actions. Good action, never put into the wrong actions. That means at the beginning, you must have a pure motivation. The good action, positive action, not necessarily action of, like Dharma. Whatever you do with a pure mind, do with a good heart. If you work with a company, you work with a company with a pure mind, good heart, transparently. That means you have a good actions. If you are a teacher, you are teaching in like a school or teaching in the tuition class, why not? Also, it's very important task, very important job. Also, you should think, I won't waste my timing and energy. Whatever I have a timing and energy, I will use into good actions. Number one. Number two, for the one day, you don't need to think for the rest of your life. For the one day, I'm not let negative thought arise. I will not let that arise again and again. I will reduce, I will stop to arise the negative thoughts. I will increase, I will cultivate all the positive minds. First, motivation. Second, you think how I must control the negative thought, how I must increase the positive thoughts. Why you need to control negative thoughts? Why you need to increase the positive thoughts? Because all problems we facing now, we face in the past, we will face in the future because of the negative thoughts, then negative karma. Therefore, you need to reduce, you need to stop to arise negative thoughts. And you stop to accumulating negative karma. Why you need to increase the positive minds? So all the happiness, all the pleasant feeling caused by positive thoughts, all the positive actions, positive karma also caused by positive thoughts. Therefore, you should think, I will stop to have a negative thoughts. I will start the positive thoughts. Then, after you fully woke up, have a breakfast. Why are you having breakfast? When you are having coffee? Again, please remember the food which you are eating, the drink which you are drinking, doesn't matter, coffee, water, juice, whatever. The thing which you had is come through many peoples. And remember those people, those village people, those poor people. Actually, whatever we have, most of the things come from the poor people, the rice. I don't the rich people has a big field, they go in the field, grow rice. No. The rice we have been eating, it come from the village side, come from the poor family. The people who work with the factory, rice factory, I don't think those are very rich and wealthy people. No, they are very middle class or very poor family. They earn little money. Also, remember them. Also, the coffee come from the coffee farm or coffee field. Also, again, the field, the tea farm, coffee farms is belong to rich people. Actually, the worker are very poor people. Therefore, before you eat breakfast, before you drink something, actually you remember those people and appreciate them or cultivate pure love and compassion. Mainly you remember dependent arising. We are very dependent each other. Dependent. Then you have a breakfast, or before you breakfast, you can recite mainly mantra of the Buddha Shakyamuni, Teyatha Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Yesuha, because Buddha Shakyamuni is most important teacher as a Buddhist. Recite his mantra and remember his teaching, remember his advice. Then you recite the mantra. First you take refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha 3 times. Then you do 3 times prostration. So before breakfast, visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, or if you have a Buddha statue, if you have a Buddha picture or painting, you look at the picture, look at the statue, remember Buddhas, do 3 times prostration and 3 times taking refuge. And recite Teyatha Om Muni Muni Ma Muni So 3 times. Then you can start your day with a good motivation, with a strong aspiration. Then during the working time, during the day, also make sure the negative thoughts are not arising. Or somebody criticize you, should not be upset, should not be unhappy. You should think it's a very common, it's very normal. Somebody criticize you, somebody praise you. Or somebody very praise you, somebody really say, oh, you are so nice, you are so good. Should not increase your ego. should not increase, let increase your what you call pride. You should think, yeah, they say I'm good, they say I'm very nice, I can be, I'm nice, I'm not, it's okay. You should not be too happy, should not be too upset. Just maintain just walk in the middle way. Maintain your peace of mind. Then, in the evening after you came back from your workplace, after you came back from your business time, whatever, after you came back your home, then, you do your whatever you want to do. Then before you go to bed, you must reflect within one day, how many good things I have done, how many bad things I have done. If you notice you have done so many bad things, you have a strong regret, and do some recitation, mantra, Om Tare Tuta Tures, Om Mani, whatever. You do some mantra in order to purify the negative karma you have accumulated during the daytime. Sometimes you notice, since morning until now, I have done a lot of good things. And also you rejoice yourself. And also you should have a strong commitment. Tomorrow, also I will do good thing. I won't do bad thing. Then at the end, you do dedication. And after your dedication, dedicate the merit, then you can have a sleeping. So before you fully sleep, also make sure what kind of mind you have had, whether you have a negative or positive. If you have a negative thoughts, you must reduce through practice of Dharma. If you have a positive thoughts, please maintain the positive thought continuously, then you can have a sleeping. So this is mainly for a beginner. So today we can start the question answer because we have a lot of, I think, question answer. Jacqueline, you can start the question
Yes.
answer.
Yeah, thank you so much, Geshe-la. So, dear brother and sisters, if you have a question, if you would like to read it out over the mic, you can do so. Please raise your hand so that I'm able to unmute your mic. If not, you can actually key into the chat window. We are waiting for the first question, Geshe-la.
Okay, so before I think everybody prepared their question. I already have a few questions. So one I will see if I could get from here. Yeah.
Geshe-la, this is
Yes.
Sonam. There is questions about 8 precepts. Would you be ready to answer those questions?
8 precept, yeah.
Yes. 有个同学问到关于持八关斋戒的问题，所以呢，在这里呢，我们就会问可惜。Can we at home do the ceremony of 8 precepts by ourselves? 那么在家人可以在自己里守八关斋戒吗？
Actually, the 8 precept, are you talking about the lay person vows?
Geshe-la is the Ngonjo. No, Ngonjo.
No.
8 precepts.
Yeah, Nyene, right?
Nyene, yeah.
Nyene. Yes. The 8 precept, you can take every day in the morning in front of the Buddha statue, in front of the Thangka, or based on the visualization. Every day you can take the 5 precept. 5 precept. Yes, you can. You can take every day in front of the Buddha statue, in front of the Thangka, or based on visualization. Yes, it's okay. It's okay correctly. You can take the precept in front of the Buddha in your house. No need to go to temple. Not necessary to go to temple. Yes.
The question about the 8 precept as well is asking, is the start of the time 12 midnight to the next.
Oh, yeah. No. Because in the ancient time, there wasn't watch. So according to the modern time, the next day start from the 1 a.m. According to Buddhist tradition, 1 a.m. still night time, not that like morning time. The morning, I would say the early morning is around 4 o'clock. There's a 3, morning time. The multi-color timing. Then you can see, the red color timing. No, column. Yeah. First, when you look at the sky early morning, when you look at the sky, you can see the sky is a multi-color. This is the first, time of the morning. Then maybe around 4:30, you can see the sky color change into like a green. Then slowly you can see the sky color change into red color. That means almost, time for rising sun. So that means I think 4 a.m. is the right time to take the precept, the timing. So if you're not able to go outside in ancient time, people looking their own plum. If they're able to see the plum like a mark, then this is the time to take the precept. So right now, everybody using watch. The 4 a.m. is the best timing.
Thank you, Geshe-la. And
Yes.
the similar question again.
Yes,
the
please.
Person asking, when you do 8 precept, do you need to wear white clothes the whole day?
Oh, no. It's not about the color. Generally, I think if you wear new clothes, it causes to arise attachment, causes to arise ego, causes to arise pride. If you wear, little old clothes, it reminds you impermanence, it reminds you changing, it reminds you death. You no need to wear white, not necessarily wear white clothes. Whatever you wear is okay. White, black, green, yellow, doesn't matter which color. But different country has a different culture. You can follow the culture, it's okay. If you cannot follow the culture, also okay. So that means you should not wear, expensive clothes, expensive jewelry, new clothes. You just wear normal clothes. Make sure not attachment, not ego, no pride. Clothes. And the food, I think when you take a precept, you can take only lunch, no dinner. The lunch, breakfast must be pure vegetarian. Then, also, I think everybody know, should not take any drink which has a toxin, alcohol. Then also mention, should not touch to the gold and diamond or the cash or money. This is one of the precepts. Mainly the 4 root commitments, right? Then alcohol, then not using the perfume kind of things in order to look nice. So yeah, these are the mainly the 8 precepts.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
No need to wear white clothes, no. Next question, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have a few questions. I will start from my side here.
Okay.
So Jane, I will unmute your mic. You can ask your question. Okay, your mic unmuted.
Geshe-la.
Hello.
Ashikale.
Ashidele.
Geshe-la, I have a few questions. I'm quite confused about the term causes and conditions.
Yes, please.
It has been used very frequently in sentences and in text that we needed certain causes and conditions for an effect or a result to take place. So I was a little bit confused because I also understand that we can classify, okay, causes, there's substantial cause and cooperative causes. I want to be able to get it correct. So can I give you an example and you could tell me if I'm right? Okay. So for example, in order for me to get the result of a butter, my substantial cause would be milk. And my cooperative causes would be the person to churn the milk, right temperature, the cow to give the milk, place to do so, and the time and effort. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, then going on, I'm thinking about scriptural teaching and realizational teachings. I may be wrong. So in order to get the effect of realizing the realizational scripture, the substantial cause would be the scriptural teachings, the sutras, the tantras, and the teachings given by Buddha. And the cooperative causes is things like texts like Lamrim Chenmo and the teacher. Is that correct?
Can you explain more precisely the realization? What kind of realization are you talking?
No, I'm referring to Lamrim Chenmo Volume 1, right? It says that scriptural teachings are the modes to be able to finally realize the teachings as explained by the Buddha. I may be wrong again. So in order to finally realize the teachings of the Buddha Dharma, the teachings by the Buddha, I need the materials in order to be able to do that. So I was thinking that the cooperative causes to be able to realize that is the studying materials and the teachers to teach.
Actually, I think you must know, generally teachings, when we say, the teaching can be two categories. First, you are right, the teaching, the verbal, the sound, taught by Buddha or taught by other master, also the scripture, we call, conventional teaching. They can ultimate teaching, the realization. Let's say, right now, we don't realize emptiness. Emptiness. So after we readings, Buddha teaching, teaching taught by Nagarjuna, finally we realize emptiness. Emptiness. Emptiness doesn't have a substantial or secondary cause. The mind which realizes emptiness, the mind has two kinds of cause. The mind which realizes emptiness, the previous mind is the substantial cause of the realized emptiness. All the Buddha teachings and the teacher, those are the secondary cause to realize emptiness. Clear? Realize emptiness.
Lost. Can you repeat that again?
Okay, let's say somebody don't know anything about emptiness. So somehow the person is very interested to know meaning of emptiness. Then he need to rely on the scripture.
Yes.
Taught by Buddha, taught by other masters.
Yes.
All the teaching can be not the substantial cause. This is the secondary cause. All the Buddha teaching, all the commentary about the Buddha teaching are commentary cause to realize emptiness. Right? Then the mind which is realize emptiness has a substantial cause, which is the previous mind. The continuum of the previous mind, the substantial cause. All the teaching are the secondary cause to realize emptiness. Also, bodhicitta. Right now, I don't have a bodhicitta. After I study Lamrim, then slowly I able to accomplish bodhicitta. The bodhicitta come from two conditions. One, the substantial cause. Second is the secondary cause. All the teachings, all the teachers, all the Buddha are the secondary cause.
Okay.
My mind itself is the primary or substantial cause. So when you say realizing, there's me realizing emptiness, realize bodhicitta, so and so, there's a different, but actually your mind, all your minds can be the substantial cause. All the teachings definitely secondary cause, never be substantial cause.
Thank you.
Okay, next question, please.
I also have a mental block between substantial cause and cooperative causes, and primary cause and secondary causes. Are they the same or no?
Substantial cause, primary cause are the same.
Okay.
Secondary cause and cooperative cause are same meaning. Exactly when you say, when you need a butter, what you need a milk.
Yes.
I'm not saying the whole milk can be substantial cause of butter. Within the milk, there's a particular substance can be primary cause of the butter. The rest of the thing can be the secondary cause. That means primary cause, substantial cause are synonymous. Secondary and cooperative cause are synonymous.
So does it mean that primary causes that can be more than one?
Of
like
course.
the substantial cause can be more than one?
Yeah, there's every substantial cause more than one. For example, when you make a piece of, like say, golden ring, right?
Yes.
We say one golden ring. When you look at within the golden ring, you can see there's a billions of golden atoms.
Yes.
Therefore, substantial can be more than one. Or secondary cause, they are more than one.
Yes.
Yes, is correct. Next question.
That's it for now. I think I need to digest what you said earlier. I'll go and listen to the recording again. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay, thank you so much. Next question.
Thank you.
Okay, Geshe-la, we have the next question here. So it's from a brother. So brother is asking how to practice unconditional love to our dearest one who repeatedly cause harm to our family member.
Yes, practically, it looks like it's very difficult to cultivate unconditional love towards someone who always harm your family. How many times the person harm you? How many lifetime the person harm you? First, when you think this way, so within this lifetime, somebody harm your family, how many times? Directly. Indirectly, the person who harm you, indirectly, they also provide you a lot of, good condition. Let's say the person who harm you, the person work with the electricity company, or the person work with the water filter company. That means the person harm you few times. The person, have benefit for you many times. Therefore, I told first lesson, we have one problem. We always count the negative things. We never count the positive things. Also, the person who harm you, maybe it's your karma. In the previous life, you harm him or harm her. This life, they're harming back to you. If you think in the law of causality, then we're able to cultivate unconditional love. And also I told you, when the person harm you, the person have a bad intention, bad motivation. Also the person was under control of negative thoughts. He accumulating a lot of negative karmas. Due to negative karma, the person will experience a lot of sufferings. Therefore, you just think, when they harm you, you should think, one time they harm you, they accumulate a lot of negative karma. Due to negative karma, the person will experience a lot of sufferings. Due to that reason, you can cultivate compassion instead of having angry towards the person. Instead of having anger towards the person, you cultivate compassion. Yes, next question, please.
Thank you, Geshe-la. There's a similar question, is from a sister. So her question is, if a mother has been physically and emotionally abusive to her daughter when she was young, so this daughter right now has grown up to become an adult, so how can this daughter as an adult find kindness in her mother in her practice of compassion?
I don't think this is the right words to say abuse physically and mentally. Here we think the mother always abused me and always tortured me physically, mentally. But she never tried to understand behind the motivation. I don't think any mother can abuse their own child. Yes, mother look a bit aggressive, where I use a lot of harsh word. That we thought my mother really abused me physically, mentally, but the mother has a pure motivation, pure intention to say bad things or to physically abuse. Is mainly with a good motivation. That's why again you can read the Precious Garland. When you are sick, you need to drink the sour and bitter medicine. While you are taking the medicine, you don't feel it's nice. You feel it's very difficult to drink, difficult to eat the medicine. It's very sour, very bitter. But the doctor has a good intention to give the bitter and sour medicine. This bitter, sour medicine can cure the disease. The mother looks abuse the daughter, physically, mentally, but due to that, unpleasant activities, actions, the daughter can get better education. The daughter can become better person. I don't think any mother can abuse their own child. Yes, sometimes if their mother has a mental problem, then this is not the mother problem. This is her mental problem, right? For example, generally your friend is very nice, very kind, very nice. When your friend take alcohol, he or she become crazy. That moment he or she abuse you or hit you, use a harsh word, we should not think this is his problem, her problem. This is the problem of the alcohol. So actually it's not the right word to say abuse. And also I said, as I mentioned before, that now, we should not look at the action. We should look at the motivation. With the pure motivation, it's okay to abuse. For example, my story, I don't think anybody can say clearly. I think this, now I cannot see, yeah, this mark, I have a lot of mark here. So when I was 18 years old, me and my friend really wanted to watch Indian movie. So the Indian movie, in order to watch the Indian movie, we have to walk almost 10 kilometers, or we ride bicycle. Somehow there's a lot of, story at the end. We went to the Indian village and watched the movie. We came back. We came back around, I think, 3:30, 4 a.m. We came back to the monastery in our hostel. When we reached to the hostel, then we both noticed my teacher, his teacher, they were waiting for us. Then there was no choice. I have to go to hostel. Then, I have to go to my room. When I entered my room, my teacher come with, just entered with in room with a long wire, the electric wire. He beat me almost maybe 50 or 70 times with the wire. All wire cut it. Then he used the long mala, beat me. My whole body is really, like numb. And this moment, when I remember this kind of, we can say the abuse, I never feel angry. I really feel appreciate. He did this kind of, difficult action on me in order to be me better person, in order to be me better monk, better education. In my monastery, it's very common, young monk, evening they really, beaten by teacher. We never feel bad. We feel it's good, it's for me. So therefore, you should think this way. You should not have a really sense of hatred, anger towards your mother. Somehow you should think, doesn't matter how is she bad, she is still my mother. Okay, next question, please.
Yeah, thank you, Geshe-la. We have the next question. Sister Anjali, I will unmute your mic. You can ask directly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, your mic is unmuted. Yeah.
Thank you for your kindness, Geshe-la. My question is in relation to causes. Could we say that karma can be considered to be the primary or substantial cause in relation to...
Can you repeat again?
Can we consider karma to be the primary or substantial cause to almost everything? Because it is whether we get realizations, whether we, whatever phenomenon we take, we can always trace it back to karma. So could we say that that is the fundamental cause?
Oh yeah, simply I say no. No. For example, our human life, right now we are human being. We have this human life. Within the human life, we think we have a mind, we have a body. Body comes from our parents. Mind comes from our previous life. So the previous life, whatever it was, is transformed as a human. It transformed as a human, it depends on the karma. Right now we are human. Next life we can be animal. The karma transform us into animal, but the karma never be the substantial cause of human life. The karma never be substantial cause the life of the animal. For example, let's say I've been so happy for a few years. Somehow you feel very happy, you feel very joy. The happiness, the joyness, also caused by karma. But the karma never be the primary cause of the happiness. The primary cause of the happiness is mind again. So therefore, karma never be, is depend on, generally, it always be the cooperative cause, secondary cause, not the substantial cause. Again, let's say, due to the good karma, you have a good job, you have a good position. The karma never transforms as a good job. The karma help you to have a good job. The karma help you to have the good position. The karma never be substantial cause of your position, substantial of your good job. There's many, look at, for example, the car is running on the road. The car is running on the road. The car runs very fast, runs slowly. It depends on the driver. If the driver drives very fast, the car moves very fast. Look like the karmas is look like the driver. All the actions are look like the cars. Therefore, karma is not really substantial cause for everything. Yes?
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay. Next question, please.
Thank you, Geshe-la. So moving on to the next question is from a sister. So Geshe-la, can you please explain and give examples of afflictive hindrance and cognitive hindrance?
Afflictive hindrance and cognitive hindrance. I think is you are talking about the afflictive emotion and cognitive, I think, affliction, right? Hindrance, yeah, okay. Cognitive hindrance and afflictive hindrance. Do you remember I used the garlic and the smell? Garlic, we can see garlic. After you throw it away, still you can feel the smell in the container. The cognitive hindrance look like the smell of the garlic. The afflictive hindrance look like garlic. Therefore, the arhato, who are just only achieve liberation, not Buddhahood, also he or she is arhat. They fully, completely eliminated the afflictive hindrance, but they haven't eliminated the cognitive hindrance. Therefore, in the historically, Buddha Shakyamuni, so after he became Buddha in the common sense, after he became Arhato, still he got a physical sickness. He got physical unpleasant things. Those are mainly caused by the cognitive hindrance, not the afflictive hindrance. Therefore, simply you can think the cognitive hindrance mainly became hindrance to achieve omniscience. The afflictive hindrance became hindrance to achieve liberation. So there's a big difference between hindrance, two kinds of hindrance. Yes, next question, please. Quite clear?
Yeah, clear? I hope it's clear, Sister Mayfen. If it's not clear, you can unmute your mic. Okay, let me unmute your mic, Sister Mayfen. Is that clear? Your mic is unmuted. Cannot hear from her. Okay, if she have an add-on question, we would have her to add on to the chat window. So I move on to the next question, Geshe-la. The next question is on page 45, second paragraph. The text has said, to cultivate love and compassion, a little personal instruction is not enough. The classical texts are needed. So what are these classical texts? Sutra of the Golden Light and the Bodhisattva levels are mentioned in this section. Mm-hmm. What are the other texts? Can Geshe-la let us know what is a list of a sutra or commentary? Thank you.
Which one? Page number 45. Then?
Second paragraph.
Okay, okay. Furthermore, it is said the Bodhisattva was taught of suffering during the cultivation of compassion and more than the Charvaka. So which one?
Okay, Fu Wing, you can unmute your mic.
Wait, please.
Yeah. Okay, your mic is unmuted. Yeah. Fu
Okay,
Wing,
they
you
say
can
that
speak.
moreover, if you think about this for a long time, your love and compassion will be strong and steady. If you are satisfied with just a little personal instruction and neglect to familiarize yourself with the explanations of the classical text, your compassion and love will be very weak. So in this section, earlier on, they mentioned the Sutra of the Golden Light and also the Bodhisattva level. So which are the other texts that we should actually study for to reflect on for this? Thank you.
Actually, you can read many book about love and compassion. The best book you can read, the best book I think text you can read the Bodhisattva Way of Life by Shantideva. Shantideva also is, I think, the Precious Garland is also very important, very useful to read. It's mentioned very clearly how to cultivate compassion and love firmly. So there are so many texts. I will advise you to read, the first, the Bodhisattva Way of Life. Second, particularly, I think chapter 2, from the Precious Garland, chapter 2. And particularly you read about how to cultivate love and compassion. Yes, next question, please.
Yes, Geshe-la, we have the next question here. It's on 5 precept. So Bihua would like to ask to confirm if 5 precept is the same as Pratimushka vow, can we take the vow in front of our own author?
Okay, because when you say Pratimoksha vows, there's 8 types of vows. Within the Pratimoksha vows, has 8 types. The 6th precept is one of the Pratimoksha vows. And also it named, the lay person vows. So the 5 precept vow is the Pratimoksha vows. Pratimoksha vows not necessarily be the 5 precept vows. Actually, there are 3 types of vow: Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva, and Vajrayana vows. Within the Pratimoksha or Pratimoksha vow, there are 8 types. So the 5 precept is one of them. So let's say if someone, taking the Pratimoksha vows, not necessarily take the 5 precept vows. Someone has taken the 5 precept vow, then he or she has taken the Pratimoksha vows. This means you are human being are not you. Sound clear? That means the 5 precepts are Pratimoksha vows. Pratimoksha vow not necessarily to be the 5 precept vows. This means general and particular. Next question, please.
Okay, moving on, Geshe-la, on the next question. So this Dharma sister would like to ask, when practicing on 7 folds of causes and effect, does it mean that I need to treat all sentient beings as the same treatment, with the same respect, the same generosity to my mother? I feel a sense of imbalance, guilty towards my mother. Geshe-la, please advise.
Why you feel it is imbalanced? Can you answer me? If you treat equally other sentient being as your mother, how you feel it is imbalanced? Please answer me. If you treat other beings equal to your mother, why do you feel it is imbalance?
Yeah, sister, you can actually unmute your mic if you like to.
First, I say yes, you must treat equally other sentient being as your mother, accept equally all sentient being as your mother, same as your mother is perfect. Then why do you feel is imbalance?
Sheila, I think sister is a bit shy to unmute. Yeah.
Generally, culturally, if you treat equally your mother and your enemy, culturally people think you are something wrong. Culturally, or many people think, oh, you are something wrong because you treat equally your mother and your enemy. You respect your enemy as your mother, they thought culturally something wrong. Yes, conventionally, in the society level, in the culture, it looks something wrong. In the reality, you are doing the right thing. You must treat equally your mother and other. You should not feel there's imbalance. It's a very balance. Because why you treat well your mother? Because your mother is so kind to you. Your mother is very important for you in this lifetime. Same the other beings also very important for you for many, many lifetimes. For you, your mother and other sentient beings are same as your mother. So you should not feel imbalance. Important again, one important, as a beginner, mentally you treat equally, respect equally, practically is difficult as a beginner. Unless if you have a very stable mind, unless you have a very strong mind, then you can accept equally in the practical level, not just mental level. At the beginning, you start with the mentally. Second, then you go in the practical level. Or you should not feel, there's an imbalance. Next question, please.
Yes, Geshe-la. So moving on to the next question I have here is on, a sister is asking, Geshe-la, do you consider that a mother has shown impartiality if she has shown some form of favoritism to one of the 4 children because that one child has excelled in her academic achievement?
From, let's say, one mother has let's say 2 children or 2 children. One is very gentle, very intelligent, everything achieved very fast, very easy. Finally, he or she really got good job, good position. One child is very lazy. It's so difficult to learn. At the end, he or she, really didn't go through the university, failed to have a good job, definitely failed to have a good position. Then mother, practically, yes, the mother more close to, to the child who are successed, bit distant with the unsuccess person. It's a very common in the samsara. Also, she is not really, biased between two. She's looking the right way. Oh, this boy is doing good thing, I must do good thing for them. This child not doing well, I should give some, I give less privilege for the child in order to become more strong, the child. generally it's so difficult as being a mother. One child is very honest, intelligent, everything done according to mother advice. One child is very naughty. How the mother can look equally? At least if you have a knowledge of Dharma, then you can look equally. If you don't have a knowledge of Dharma, if you are just being ordinary mom, you really cannot look equally. You cannot, give equally for the two children. There's always discrimination. It's his nature. If you follow the Dharma, if you follow the Mahayana Dharma, Mahayana teaching, then doesn't matter who are very successful, who are not successful. As a mother, you look equally, you provide equal facility between two kids. It depends on your Dharma knowledge. Generally, yes, it's a very common, you discriminate between two kids. Also, in the Asian culture, in the Asian culture, if parent has two kids, one is boy, one is girl, the parent always give better facility for the boy, less facility for the girls. If the boy do little good things, parents really admire, really appreciate. The girls do good things, parent doesn't get any kind of excited, doesn't have any appreciation because of the culture. So due to different reason, yes, there's always discrimination, cannot look equally. If you have a Dharma knowledge, then there's no problem. You can look equally between two kids or 3 or 4 kids. Yes, next question, please.
Thank you, Geshe-la. So the next question is back to Sister J. Go. I think she need a little bit more clarity. So I unmute her mic. Okay, Sister.
Sheila,
Yes.
Jay is still confused.
Uh-huh.
Causes and conditions are often used together as one term.
Okay,
right?
Generally cause and condition is, cause means primary cause. When we say causes condition, mean cause is primary, cause refer to the primary, condition refer to the secondary.
Oh.
Because Tibetan we call yu jen. Yu is a cause, hen is condition. Then we always use cause and condition.
Yes.
Condition causes alone cannot produce anything.
Yes.
Only condition, no cause cannot produce this. That's why these two must go together.
Oh. Thank you.
Okay.
Think of this for days. Thank you.
Okay. Next question, please.
Geshe-la, we don't have any other question on the chat, and I think we are up on time. Yeah.
Okay, so there's actually 2 questions. I will explain tomorrow if there's no lot of question. One is question from one of the Dharma friend based on the Lamrim. Second question, one of the Dharma friend related to the precious garland. So I will answer tomorrow morning. And I really thank and I really rejoice all of you to attend the online teaching, online class. So whatever you learn from me, from Lamrim, please practice. Try to be more happier person. Try to be more positive person. And I always say physically healthy, mentally happy. Then at the end, so we do the dedication prayers. I will recite in Tibetan, so you can do the dedications. As usual, first, dedicate the merit or mainly cause to becoming Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Second, dedicate the merit to have a better profound understanding of Dharma, to have a better practice of Dharma, and finally, wish to accomplish the bodhicitta. Also dedicate the merit to live a long life. All the lineage gurus, particularly His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Because right now he's, I think, 86 years old. He's still, energetic. So we will receive him more teaching in the future. So it is so important to him live long life and healthy life. And also dedicate the merit to benefit all sentient beings in general, particularly all your friends and relatives, your co-workers, your neighbors, also who have you seen, who have you heard about you, also you can dedicate the merit to benefit those people. And also, so right now, today is the first day of the, according to Tibetan calendar, is the Vesak month. But then until end of this month, please everybody try to practice Dharma as much as you can. Mainly, please everybody every day cultivate very compassion, bodhicitta, try to understand the meaning of impermanence, meaning of emptiness. Chaze wadang chujen she padang she so yirang gujen so gewa junze dagi jisa pa tamje so be chang chenporong jambe bawi chidara kempa dang gundo zambo deyang deji deda gunji jiso da lo jen gewa di da tam rado ngo chanju senjo rimbo che ma ye pa na ye yu Yewa nyamba meba yang koni kondo pelwa sho. So thank you so much for attending the Lamim class.
Thank you very much, Geshe-la.
Healthy and happy life, and have a happy study and happy Sunday. Thank you.